Let's talk about getting pregnant. Around 1 in 7 couples in the UK have difficulty conceiving. That's 3.5 million people.
It's like putting 10 grand on the roulette table.
And it's not just financially, but it's the actual stress that you're putting your body through.
We also resigned to the fact of basically just not having children.
And with 180,000 babies born through IVF every year, that's a lot of people on a very complicated journey to parenthood. Let's talk about it.
All right, so yes, getting pregnant, that's what we're talking about today. Sunita, what was your experience like?
So we thought, yes, it would be really super easy to get pregnant, and we ended up doing natural IVF twice because that was the only way.
What's natural IVF? What's that?
Basically, you aren't able to take all of the egg-boosting, egg-generating medicine.
Okay.
So you basically only have a 10% chance of it working. Yeah, it's a very small chance of it working.
What about you, Izzy?
So we got married and, you know, I always wanted to be a mum. It was kind of just what you think the next step will be. And when we did start trying, it became apparent very quickly that it wasn't going to be straightforward. And
how did you know? What was the first sort of...
The first month we started trying, my period didn't start. And it always starts. So, of course, we just thought, we've done it, you know, month 1. And then it became clear that actually I wasn't pregnant and that I had polycystic ovaries. I jumped straight into kind of medical intervention. What can I take? What can I do to fix this? I think, you know, we're in a society where we do just want to get things done now.
Yes.
There must be an answer. There must
Turn me off and on again.
Exactly,
Do something.
exactly. Yeah. I just resisted everything that was given to me. And Clomid is, you know, can be a miracle drug for many women, but for me, I really suffered with the side effects. I became very bloated, just uncomfortable within myself. I lost a lot of confidence really quickly. And it was just this relentless cycle of disappointment. Yeah.
So, I mean, and Sunita, for you, to be, you know, because you must have gone through a whole process of, right, we're having trouble, you know, right, but to be told you have a 10% shot, how was that? I mean, not great, I'm imagining.
Yeah, I treated it like a trial, like I was just going to go through the process so I knew what to expect. And then we also resigned to the fact of basically just not having children. So we were basically thinking of emigrating as our kind of backup plan, although that would still not remove the sadness and the isolation of not being able to have kids.
But at least you'd be warm, you know. Yeah.
Well, we were going to go to Berlin. Or
be
Canada.
miserable, but in a hot country.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
So it's kind of, yeah.
So how many rounds did it take?
1.
Oh, wow.
For the first child.
Then,
So incredible. So we could not believe it when it worked.
Yeah.
First
what about
time.
you, Izzy? How long did it take then from kind of realising there was a problem to...
I was very fortunate. I did fall pregnant from the first cycle, but sadly went on to miscarry. But then Lola was conceived through a frozen embryo, which just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Blows my mind, yeah.
So she was in the freezer.
She was in the... One of Harry's
defrosted
friends
her.
was like, in your freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then you wait for the phone call from the clinic to tell you whether the embryo has survived. Yeah.
Again, that must be a jolly afternoon, staying in, put a film on, just relax.
That's it, exactly.
Oh,
I
God.
think we were doing it around the time of the London Olympics, and we actually felt we were like in different heats. There's so many stages, aren't there? Is it
There
like,
are.
Yeah. So this is an issue that I think isn't talked about that much with IVF. I mean, it costs money, doesn't it? And am I right in thinking it kind of depends on where you live, what's available to you?
It's horrific, and a lot of people can't afford to do it.
Wow. Yeah. Can I ask how much it was?
So I think it was about 10,000.
Wow. And that's
natural
basically,
cycle.
let's be honest, that's a bet. That's like putting 10 grand on the roulette table, and in your case, a 10% chance of, or a 90% chance of losing 10 grand.
And if you think about all the emotional strain you go through that, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
There's only so many that you can do, and it's not just financially, but it's the actual stress that you're putting your body through.
How sort of open were you with like friends and family about your IVF journey?
Not very open.
Okay. You know you're talking to the internet now, by the way. Just
it's
to
all right.
clear.
It's out there now, and I'm glad it's out there now because at the start I was extremely closed about it. I told my schoolmates because they knew about this operation that I had. I told like a few of our close family members, but I certainly didn't tell everybody. And I can remember saying to my husband, please, let's not tell all of your friends because I don't want their wives knowing.
So it was the women you were worried about specifically?
And just, I felt ashamed, I'll be honest with you. I felt absolutely ashamed. I felt like something was wrong with me. And I think looking back, actually, if I did think about what would have helped, if I had just told a few more people, then I would have heard their stories coming back, because once you start telling people, oh yeah, we did IVF, everyone's like, oh yeah, we did it too, or actually we did natural IVF and it worked, or yeah, my sister did it, or my friend, or you just hear more stories coming back. So I really missed a trick there.
Obviously, because my husband's in the public eye, when I fell pregnant with Lola, there's the announcement, and I was like, I feel really awkward about this because announcements to me were always heartbreaking. It was another kind of, it's not you and it's happening to everybody else. And so I felt really passionate that I wanted to be completely honest about how we had conceived. And I felt no shame whatsoever. And, that was really important to me, that we had suffered a miscarriage, we'd gone through everything we'd been through, we'd had IVF. And once I had actually said it and it was out there, talking about it became much, much easier. And the response I got back and how common it is, how many people are going through fertility struggles, I've just been amazed, and I just kind of wish I had spoken about it sooner.
But what are the things people should not say? What are the kind of the hurtful things?
Are you pregnant?
Yeah.
I was wearing dungarees and got asked.
I used to get asked a lot because of the ovarian cyst issues. I was bloated and probably just slouching and, getting offered seats, and then you just like be in tears when you got home. But I think even just things like, but if you don't have kids, you can go on like really cool holidays. And I was just like, if we can go on holiday with our kids, we're going on holiday with our kids. Like, I shouldn't stop it. But I think they're trying to compensate for what you get. And actually someone said to me, oh, it's not all that.
Really? Someone who had kids?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not all that.
That's helpful.
You'll get pregnant, and it's just like, no, actually I can't.
So what were some of the things you tried, Izzy, when you were trying to get pregnant? Like, what did you do? Because we've all done it, and we've all Googled and gone, right, I'm going to fix this problem. Okay.
How to.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you would like to share anything that you did while you were trying to get pregnant, do give us a shout in the comments about that, or indeed anything around IVF. But yeah, what did you ever go at?
So initially, it was obviously like crazy. We've got to have sex basically every day. We've got to, there's like this kind of mad.
Yes.
Toasty.
Never take it out. Just leave it, like making a cup of tea. He's there. No, just carry on.
But
just
then
keep
you're
going.
like, no, but then you get told the sperm quality.
Oh.
If you actually do it every day, could I mean honestly, someone
get
will
worn
say
out?
do it, and people say don't. Then it was the whole keep your legs in the air, don't go to the loo.
Ever.
But I mean, but basically, if they're swimming, they're swimming.
Yeah.
They've gone, they're there. But there's so many myths you read, and you'll try anything and everything. I remember Harry got back from, he'd gone swimming, and I was like, did you go in the sauna? I was like possessed. And he had, and it wasn't pleasant because I was, What do you mean you went in the sauna?
Did you smash things? Izzy? Come on.
No, I think I resisted then, but internally I was.
Yeah.
But we joke.
But I can imagine that's really hard. If you've given up caffeine and booze and I don't know hummus, and then he comes in and he's like, yes, I've been sweating my balls off in 100-degree temperature. Yes.
But also there's this thing, why is it all about the woman?
Yeah.
It's not just a female issue. It's men as well.
Yeah. Did you do anything crazy, Sunita?
Trying to think Yeah, I mean, I basically cut out things like chocolate, which was probably ridiculous. But I think I had
Chocolate, famous contraceptive, of course. Yeah.
just like, you know, I think I read somewhere that obviously because the caffeine content.
Right. Is it true that caffeine is a thing? Is caffeine definitely a thing?
I think medically it could be. So if you were like drinking 10 cans of Coca-Cola and you're pregnant, it's not good, is it? They say caffeine when you're pregnant isn't good. So I cut out anything. Actually, did I cut out cheese? I think there were certain things that I would cut out.
I don't think cheese has a lot of caffeine in it. No. I could be wrong.
But you know, just
dairy,
like unpasteurised, like anything that was bad for pregnancy, I was thinking, well, surely I shouldn't eat that now.
I totally get it. You want to maximise your chances, don't you? You're like, I'm just going to give myself the best odds, so I'm just going to do everything I can to fix the game. Right, so we asked the internet, that's what we like to do, ask the internet, on the internet, ask the internet, makes sense. We asked the internet, ways to cope when trying to get pregnant overwhelms you. So I'm going to read a few of these out and see what you think. So the top one was, don't let the 2-week wait take over. So presumably that means the 2 weeks for the pregnancy test, is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so what is that like? What's that 2 weeks like?
That is the hardest point in IVF because it's the time when you've got no more scans, no more appointments, no more, you are left basically to see whether it's worked or not. And those weeks just feel like forever.
So here's another tip from the internet. Stop letting your period's arrival pull you down for days. So did you have that? Did you, when you did get a period and think, oh, I'm not pregnant, was that, I mean, obviously that was bad.
You just have to like feel what you feel, basically. It sounds a bit cheesy, but everyone's so different. And like, of course you're going to feel rubbish. You can't ignore it. Just find things that you like doing. So I would always make sure that I got to see my friends. I would like, I don't know, just like have my playlists ready because I'm really into my music. Just find things that you like doing. And it's just all about like looking after yourself in that way. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the best things I think I learnt from it all was to start to say no to people. I think I realised I was one of these people that just wanted to people please all the time, and actually I found myself in places I didn't really want to be. And I think I was allowed myself to be selfish when I was going through IVF because I felt, no, this is my time. So learning to say no was quite something I kind of have taken from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives you perspective, I think. Really makes you value certain things in life. Again, very cheesy, but it really gives you perspective. So like when people used to complain about all kinds of stuff going on in their lives, we were just like, oh, come on. Like really small, irrelevant things. I think it's just that resilience, isn't it? The stuff that you go through, the unknowns, juggling something you can't control.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Sunita and Izzy, for sharing your stories with us today. And please do share your stories in the comments down below. And we can read more about your experiences on it's your blog, Lucky Things.
luckythings.co.uk.
There we go. And Izzy, you've got a book. You've done an actual book.
I wrote a book.
Yeah.
It's called Dare to Dream. And it's my story, but also it has hopefully some tips on how to go through IVF, but also, make it a positive experience. And hopefully it will give others hope.
Well, yeah.
It's a nice book.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Well, that's it. Thank you very much for joining us. And until next time, bye-bye.
What?